Hello everyone, it is Erin Flutter here, and I am here to show you foiling stickers. So this is just one really simple way of foiling stickers, and it's going to be a real quick tutorial Tuesday. And I'm going to foil stickers for my next weekly, so if you are interested, keep on watching. Okay, the first thing you need to know when you are doing foiling prints is that everything is monotone. So you kind of have to design it with that in mind. For example, here are one of the sheets that I created for my patrons. And so when I was designing this kit, I had to think where the foil is actually going to show up. So obviously with scripts and stuff, totally fine. Just do the black scripts. But when I was designing these coffee beans, you can't just do a circle and then put black everywhere. You have to kind of make some distinctive marks. Like this mug, for example, you can do it inside, you can do it the outside of the mug, but you can't do both unless you leave a white line in there, because then you're not going to get the pattern when it actually gets foiled. So when I was designing these ring pops, I had that in mind. So I have the spaces between each of the segments, so it doesn't just look like one big like muddled mess. It's like a very distinct pattern. So I designed this, all of it's black, and then I did a white border because I'm using the Cricut machine. Although when I did my first round of foiled prints from here, I just cut this. So you don't actually need a Cricut machine, but if you are interested in a Cricut machine, I will put my affiliate link down below, but you don't actually need it for this. So you can go ahead and print this out all black and white and cut around your sticker, because that's what I did on these. The other option, if you do not have a laser printer, I suggest you use a service like FedEx. Like the FedEx Kinkos, a lot, or Staples, I think, call ahead, but they print using laser printers. And so you don't even need to buy a laser printer, but you do need a laser printer for this particular method. And if you are interested in seeing the other methods, please let me know down in the comments below. I am happy to share it. So I saved this file, brought it into Cricut design space on here, and then had it printed on my laser printer. So I decided I just needed 2, so that's why it looks like this. Normally I have 4 sections, but I decided I only needed 2. So the foil that I'm going to use, because of my theme, the ring pop theme, I'm going to use this beautiful rainbow shattered glass foil. And it is from Deco Foil. So this is what it comes in. And you can see there's a few different kinds of actual foiling sheets. I'm focused on the pink to blue area, so I'm not going to use this purple to yellow or the one with the red. So I'm going to go ahead and use this sheet, and then make sure it fits only the segments that I want to be foiled, aka not this black line, because when I'm using my Cricut, that is a sensor and that will throw off the cutting. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut along like so. And then cut along here as well. And then that is going to create some rainbow foil. So the next step is using a laminator. So I am using the Heidi Mink laminator, but you can use any type of laminator. So I will go ahead and get that set up so that you can watch me put it through the laminator. So as I mentioned, I am using the Heidi Swap Mink. However, you do not have to use a brand name laminator. You can use the Amazon Basics laminator. I think it's about $20. I just like this one because it came in a bundle, and even if you are using a regular laminator, if you are working with sticker paper, I highly suggest getting this folder. It helps keep things very secure while you are foiling. If you're working with some more like cardstocky paper, you probably don't need this. But if you are working with sticker paper, I highly suggest it. You can buy this type of sleeve on its own from the Heidi Mink website. I am using setting number 4 on this particular machine. Obviously, it's green when it's ready. For a regular laminator, I suggest using the highest setting that there is. And I'm just gonna hold my foil in there so it is not touching any of the edges. I'm going to put a piece of paper over it. I feel like this helps keep the foil in its place a little bit more. And if you are using the Cricut method, then this line won't do this to your protective lining. So I'm just going to go ahead and fit that right on in there. I'm going to hold it very carefully so that the foil doesn't move, and I'm going to feed it into the machine. Once it grabs a hold, you don't really need to hold it. You can let it go ahead and process. For the Heidi Swap Mink on this 4th setting, I recommend putting it in 2 times. If you are using a regular laminator on the highest setting, I recommend about 2 or 3 times. It kind of depends on what kind of laminator you're using. On the Amazon Basics, I believe I used it 3 times, but I think that was just out of like a safety measure. So what this is doing is it is heating up the laser toner, and it is adhering the foil to the toner. So that's why you can't use a regular inkjet printer. You have to use that toner because the toner heats up, and it does not do that with regular inkjet printers. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed you through this part because it's a little boring. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and take it out of this protective folder. And then here, of course, is the best part. Now you want to make sure, if you have dogs like mine that shed so much, you want to make sure that there are no stray dog hairs or your hair or cat hairs or anything like that on the sheet. I like to just blow it really quick so that hairs like this don't get caught, because then it will leave a mark in your foil. But here is the final product, and it's beautiful. So if I were stopping right here, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the Cricut machine. But if you were to just cut it, that's what I did again this past time, is just cut it. Then you're done. That's it. It's a really simple process to foil your stickers. If you want to put it in the Cricut, then of course you line it up on the blue mat. Don't mind this dirty one. And you line it up in the corner and then go ahead and put it in the machine. So one of the things that people talk about a lot when it comes to foiling stickers is using all of the big brand name stuff, but you really don't have to. So those deco foils I found on Amazon, they work really well because they are fairly flat. The Heidi Mink foils, while I like them, they don't flatten out as easily, and these are a little bit thicker, so there's a little bit more weight to it, and it doesn't scrunch up like the Heidi Mink foil. So I do like the deco foil options better. And then you don't need a laser printer. You can print a bunch of it off at your local FedEx, Kinko's, staples, whatever, just make sure you call ahead and let them know that you are interested in doing laser prints. I did that for actually all of my save the dates. I had them all printed with FedEx Kinkos, and then I personally foiled them. So it was a really, really simple process because I didn't have to take care of a lot of the laser printing. But if you want a laser printer, I use a Lexmark. They're pretty expensive. I think mine was around $300 some odd, maybe $400. So laser printers are fairly expensive. They're just as expensive as a Cricut Maker. And the toner is pretty expensive. I mean, it's pretty comparative to an inkjet over time because you use more ink than you do toner. So there's a lot of pros and cons for foiling stickers. If you can put in the request through Staples or whatever other type of print shop to use a laser printer, then it's a really great option. And then you can even cut these out yourself. All you would really need is the foil and the laminator. And again, I highly suggest getting this pocket if you are using sticker paper. If you are using cardstock or something like that for foiling prints and things like that, I don't think you necessarily need that pocket, but I found it really helpful for these stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And if you are interested in any more foiling tutorials, the other different methods, this is my favorite method, and this is the method that I use to foil my stickers. But if you are interested in other methods, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will be happy to do that for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that kind of jazz. I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.